Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local schools. I'm Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore and Christopher Janish, coming to you live from the U.S. Cellular Community Park, Field 10, now known as Gary Wheeler Field in Medford, Oregon. We want to thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Today's matchup features the Cascade Christian Challengers against the Douglas Trojans. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Grace Cascade Christian School District and our participating community business partners. Joe Brett is the executive producer for events on TableRockSports.net. What we'll do is we'll take a quick time out. It's going to be senior night here, and tonight we will go ahead and be video streaming senior recognition tonight. The Cascade Christian Challengers with 11 seniors on their football roster for this year. Some guys that have been a special part of our lives and our Friday nights for the last 4 years, Mark, and looking forward to not only recognizing them, but getting in a little bit more football as well.
Yeah, it's just good for the guys to be out here playing, and looking forward to all that's going on out here tonight with senior night. It seems like a short season because it is a short season.
Right.
Game number 3, and it's already senior night. So I'm sure the kids are just glad to be out here playing a few games at least with the conditions that we've had this year.
Absolutely. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. When we return, we'll get set for the start of tonight's ball game. Pre-game show brought to you by Bill's Glass, the clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. Locally owned, family run. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. Near that crash, choose Bill's Glass. Back in 1 minute.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
Okay, do I have over there the list for senior night?
Let's see.
Okay, welcome back to U.S. Cellular Community Park in Medford. Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore. 11 seniors being recognized for senior night. So Christopher will be helping us out in terms of getting featuring those seniors as they are introduced this evening. A lot of fine young men that are a part of this group. And being a fourth-year teacher, I almost kind of feel like I'm graduating with them.
Yes.
But nonetheless...
yeah, I know the feeling coaching a lot of them in basketball and also in baseball.
Absolutely. So right now, Don Sample, the public address, is working through the list and working up to it. The first young man we'll introduce is Christian Brem. Christian is the son of Jason and Beverly Brem. He attends Eagle Point Community Bible Church. His hobbies include spending time with his family and friends and feeding his alpacas. Yeah, you heard me right. Alpaca farming family. His community activities include volunteering at church with the middle school youth group. His favorite memory of Cascade Christian football is Coach Getman saying he will make football my favorite sport, and he did. Also being loved by the team every day. Now, he'll plan to attend University of Oregon to major in computer engineering. The next senior is Davis Federico. Davis is the son of Jason and Katie Federico. He attends Table Rock Christian Fellowship, enjoys long walks on the beach, collecting pennies and hanging out with his friends. His community activities include helping our sparrow. His favorite memory is team reading of Boys in the Boat. And he plans to attend college to major in business management. Next is Christian Fralick. And Christian is the son of Aaron and Eunora Fralick. He attends the Story in Ashland. He likes hanging out with his friends, making music, and lake days. His favorite memory is the team dinners at Coach Gutman's. And then after high school, he plans to attend a college in California, go to the beach every day, and make lifelong friendships.
Oh, boy.
Next is Ethan Kleinsasser. Ethan is the son of Rachel Kleinsasser and Ryan Petrie. He attends Grace Point Fellowship. He likes hanging out with friends and playing sports. And his community activities are youth football camps and Grace Christian's after-school program. His favorite memory, this must be a big hit. I want to know what they're cooking over there. Team dinners at Coach Gutman's house. And then right now he's just kind of exploring his options and seeing what life holds in store after high school. Then our next senior is Sam Martin. Sam is the son of David Martin and the late Sandy Martin. His home church is New Life. His hobbies include making music, eating, you'd never know by looking at him, and gaming. He likes coaching flag football alongside Coach Gutman. His favorite memory was winning a state championship in his freshman year, the team dinners at the Gutmans, and never losing to St. Mary's in football. He plans to attend Grand Canyon University in Arizona to major in business. And that is Sam Martin. Then Matt Mcfeeters. Matthew is the son of Larry and Guma Mcfeeters. He attends Trail Christian Fellowship. He likes photography, playing the ukulele, and longboarding. His favorite memory, winning a state championship in his freshman year and getting a championship ring for riding the bench. He doesn't anymore. He'll plan to attend Grand Canyon University, participate in the Air Force ROTC program, and eventually become a pilot.
Nice.
That is Matt Mcfeeters. Titus Miller. Titus is the son of Josh and Karen Miller. The Millers attend Heritage Christian Fellowship. He likes playing 2K and hanging out with his friends. Community activities, helping on the relief effort after the Alameda fires with Samaritan's Purse. And then favorite memory, being a starter on special teams his sophomore year. He plans to attend Grand Canyon University next year and major in business. Titus Miller. Elijah Neff. Elijah is the son of Jeremy and Crystal Neff. He attends Heritage Christian Fellowship. He likes hiking and camping. And his favorite memory is going to football camp with the team. And then his plans next year include attending Rogue Community College. It's Elijah Neff. And then Will Pearson. Will is the son of Andrew and Lori Pearson. The Pearson family attends Applegate Christian Fellowship. He enjoys competitive sleeping and spike ball.
Yeah.
His favorite memory, the team dinners at Coach Gutman's house. And then his plans are to attend a college where he can swim competitively. And he's pretty good at that, too, I should note. Our next senior is Ethan Rathburn. Ethan is the son of Greg and Lori Rathburn. The Rathburns attend Table Rock Fellowship. Ethan enjoys snowboarding, riding quads, and camping. His community activities include mission trips to Mexico. He's helped build a church there for Christians to come together for worship. His favorite memory is he enjoys team building events like rafting, Lake of the Woods, the Spillway, and the delicious team dinners. Ethan has been accepted to Arizona State University and University of Arizona in their aerospace engineering program. He has also been accepted by Pensacola Christian College and OIT in their mechanical engineering program, but has yet to make a final decision. Well, it's nice to have options,
yes,
and he's got them. Finally, Eli Snyder. Elijah's the son of Eric and Laney Snyder. He likes playing video games. Community activities include participating with 4-H the past 7 years. His favorite memory is the team dinners at Coach Getman's house. And after high school, he plans to work in the local area and kind of work on pursuing some options. That is Eli Snyder. Ladies and gentlemen, those are our seniors for the class of 2021 for the Cascade Christian Challengers football team. I can say from my heart, I love them every one.
Yep.
And look forward to seeing what happens in their lives next. All right. And now we'll go to break. We'll be back with more here on Table Rock Sports.
I think in our store is that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherb coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
You need to get from here to there. By using public transit, bicyclists can go farther, save money, and improve the environment. RVTD. Here to get you there.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
You need to get from here to there. Using public transit to get to and from work gives you peace of mind and can save you money. RVTD. Here to get you there.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Back here at U.S. Cellular Community Park in Medford, Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore and Christopher Janish. We're just a couple of minutes away from game time. The Cascade Christian Challengers putting their unbeaten record on the line against the Douglas High Trojans, and that's been kind of a recurring theme right now, Mark, for Cascade Christian Challenger sports in this truncated season of fall sports being played in, well, what is in reality late winter. And right now the Challengers volleyball team riding not only an undefeated record, but they've now won 5 matches in a row in straight sets.
Yeah, they the Challenger volleyball program, always a stellar program. Coach Klecker getting those girls ready to play every year, and no exception this year, being one of the better teams, I think, in the state. It's sort of sad that they don't get the opportunity to compete for a real title, because I think they have a shot. They would have a shot this year, and they've really shown it so far in their matches.
Well, it's interesting you should bring that up, Mark, because my expectation is we are going to hear. Now, it's going to be not going to be the same. I'll grant you that, but it does look like that there's some type of plan in what is described as the culminating week, and that they'll try to put in. Now, like I say, I dare not comment any further because I don't know just exactly how final the details are and so forth, but I know that they're working on giving the kids something like that to work on. So the volleyball program undefeated. The boys soccer program currently undefeated at 4-0, having outscored their opponents now 31-2 thus far in the season. Earlier today, the Challengers remained unbeaten by defeating Rogue Valley Adventist by a score of 5-1. Johnny McCoy scoring 3 goals in that game. And Levi Marinkus, the North Medford transfer, also a fine basketball player, he got the brace today. And also he has overtaken the team lead in assists, so it's been kind of fun to watch that. Now, the girls' soccer program, this is supposed to be a rebuilding year for them. But that right now, they're 2-1-2. They took a Brookings Harbor team that was undefeated on Monday and played them to a scoreless draw. And the Challengers had 2 opportunities to put the game away. They had a goal that was called back on a handball, and then they had a last-second shot that was well placed, but the goalie made a stand-up play on it. And so it's been a good season. Now the Challenger boys here, football team, are going to go ahead and put that on the line. Mark, last week, kind of a little bit different format, so you and I didn't get a chance to talk much, but the Challengers, I think, after that pick 6 by Martin, just caught fire, stood on the gas, and never looked back.
Well, and you and I talked about it a little bit the week before, how we thought Sam had played sort of a really rough game for his first game, but in talking to others and remembering back to when Keegan Shawn played his first game, if you remember correctly, it was a similar performance, sort of up and down. They struggled converting on third downs. They turned the ball over on a couple of fourth downs in that first game. In the second game, I felt like Sam made a huge step forward as far as his consistency on offense and being able to really find his groove a little bit, other than the pick 6, obviously. I thought he played much, much better in that second
Well, didn't
game.
he have like a stretch of 10 passes in a row that were completed?
He did.
The kickoff taken by the Douglas Trojans. They're wearing white, moving from right to left from where we stand this evening. The return man for Douglas crosses the 25-yard line, gets out to the 27. On the return is Ty Cross, senior for Douglas, and that is where the Trojans will go ahead and set up shop.
So it'll be interesting to see that one of the things about this year with the limited amount of games so far and those kind of things, we really haven't had a chance to see much about these different teams that we're going to be playing.
So first down and 10. Trojans at their 29. Trojans quarterback dropping back, rolling right, completes a little swing pass with a reception and trying to keep his feet, and Forward momentum looks like it'd take him to the first down. That'll be Levi Brown with the catch. And the throw, the starting quarterback is Seth Christian. And it's funny, Marco, it's just been, we've been off for so long, it's hard to even remember much about the game between these two teams up in Winston last year, other than to say that the Challengers have been a team that has been in a good, long, strong cycle, and the Trojans, their football program's been kind of in a rebuilding mode for a while.
Yeah, it has been, and the Challengers, if you remember right, defensively last year were stellar and really held the Trojans down and were able to get a lot of points on the board early against them.
And it'll be the quarterback, Christian. He'll go ahead and take matters into his own hands. He'll cross the 45-yard line, get it up to about the 47. And, it kind of quickly brings back memories of Week 1 and Logan Holler doing much the same thing for against that Challenger defense.
Well, and if you look at the Trojans, they've got a considerable amount, just like the Challengers, of seniors that play both ways on this team. And, in the early going so far, they've been able to move the football against that Challenger defense.
Well, he's second down and 3. Opening series of the ball game offensively for the Trojans. Christian at quarterback. He's got a man in motion on the fly sweep with the carry, but tripped up by Christian Fralick. And that's Landon Lane with the carry. Yeah. Fralick with a good pursuit there, taking advantage of his lateral quickness.
He lost a yard. And remember, Fralick's playing safety. So he's coming downhill from his safety spot. That's a really good play by him, making a tackle behind the line of scrimmage from that safety spot.
Well, downhill, I think that's an operative word to use when it comes to Christian Fralick, a downhill type of runner.
Type of player, period, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Third down and 4. Christian going to take off and run with it. He has blocking in front of him, picks up first down yardage and more, matriculates his way into Challenger territory down to the 41 where he'll pick up the first down.
You're right. So far this looks a lot like what we saw Logan Holler do against the Challengers in Week 1.
Jackson Turi making the stop for Cascade Christian.
And Douglas doing a good job of getting a lot of guys at the point of attack on that quarterback run. They're running the fullback at the tight end out in front of the quarterback and getting some push downfield.
Christian, he'll hand off this time to his man out of the backfield, but not getting far. He's trying to find some blocking, some running room. Levi Brown did, but
Bryson Cannon right there for the Challengers.
Bryson Jr., and he's there. There's a guy that's added some length over the last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have him conservatively listed at 6'2". He looks 6'4", 6'5" to me.
And a loss of 1 for Douglas. Challengers finally getting them behind the sticks a little bit. They had a couple of real good first down plays to get pick up those first 2 first downs.
Take more of those options away. Christian. And he'll go ahead and he did a nice job on that, faking the handoff to Brown, but the Challengers, the play-by-play guy may have been fooled, but the Challenger defense was not.
Yeah, always a good job for the Challengers when they have 2 guys in the backfield, one taking the running back, one taking the quarterback. You can't miss on that combination, and that time the Challengers in the backfield doing a good job of, again, tackling Douglas quarterback Christian for a loss.
It's kind of an empty backfield look, but it looks like it almost has a look of 3 slot receivers to the right. Pass thrown in the direction of Landon Lane, and that falls incomplete.
Challengers kind of catch a break there. Lane was open. He makes that catch. He might have picked or been really close to that first down marker. Not able to pick it up. It looks like they might go for it here. They are on the Challenger side of the field.
Well, they are in that spot where you know, it's almost, I wouldn't say it was no man's land because you're in the other team's territory, but it's in that spot where, well, why not go for it? Really, not much else you can do is going to really benefit you a whole lot.
Well, the question is, how far do you want to make the Challengers go, right?
Right. And a pass falls incomplete. You see a flag in the Trojan backfield. That in a spot where you might expect a holding call. And indeed, it is a penalty against the Trojans, doing them no favors at all.
Well, they're going to decline it. It'll be Challenger football.
So Challengers will go ahead and take over on downs with good field position to open the ball game, and that's with this crew and the way it's going. I don't think that's something I would really want to be game to do.
Well, to be honest with you, 4th and 14 I thought was a little bit of a stretch. If it was 4th and 4 or something like that, it might have been better to go for it there, but I think I would have punted the football 4th and 14 and given the Challengers a little more challenge to make it all the way down the field.
Fralick in the backfield with Martin. Martin looks out in the flat to Mcfeeters. He makes the catch. He gets across the 45 into the Trojan territory, and he'll pick up first down. I like how they go to him early. First couple of games, it seems like it takes a pass or two for him to get dialed in, but easy pitch and catch there as the Challengers move the chains.
Yeah, 11-yard gain on that little jack screen out to Mcfeeters, as he does a good job of picking up a few extra yards after he catches it.
Almacy in motion along with Waits. Almacy's number 80. And now he'll head back toward the other side. Challengers throwing a lot of different looks, and here we go again. And they give it that fly sweep look, but it's Martin keeping the football, and he'll move across the 40 down to the 39.
Yeah, they like to fake that fly sweeper. It's actually an option. Sam has to read it and look at the defensive end and see which way he goes. If the defensive end tries to take the fly sweep guy, then he keeps it. If the defensive end is trying to take the quarterback, then obviously he hands the ball off.
Ethan Klein saucer into the game as Waits comes out. Pearson is split wide to the left. The trips to the right are Almacy, Mcfeeters, and Klein saucer, but it is Fralick with the football. He spins his way out of a would-be tackle, and he works it down to the red zone, down to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, 19 yards for Christian Fralick's first carry of the game.
He's been a Challenger slot receiver for the last several years. Now he's been getting rushes out of those fly sweep plays, but after the injury to Titus Miller in the season opener, he's been remaining in the backfield, and he's been over 100 yards in each of the first two games for Cascade. Fralick with it once again. He finds just a wee little bit of running room, works his way inside the 20-yard line, down to the 20, down to the 18.
And got about 4 yards on first down. You'll take that.
You bet.
And you mentioned they've had him in the backfield. They've also moved him to the slot a few times as well, and brought in Klein Saucer and others to run the football for the Challengers. So they move him around a little bit, and they try to get him involved in open space wherever they can.
Almacy in motion. I tell you, that kid does a lot of running on any given night. Martin, his pass tipped around and nearly intercepted.
Yeah, right off the hands of, I think that was Mcfeeters. I think you jinxed him. Remember you said earlier that he's,
yeah,
has trouble getting going. So, you're not supposed to predict things.
Yes, he makes a nice tall target for the Challengers at 6'2". But he and Pearson both rangy, and then you have the tight end / H-back / slot receiver Austin Waits at 6'2". So Martin has no trouble finding his guys in a crowd. 3rd down and 5. Little pitch play to Fralick. Fralick sees some daylight ahead of him. He crosses the 10-yard line, shakes some would-be tacklers inside the 5, down to the 3, 1st and goal, Cascade Christian.
Yeah, 14 yards for Fralick, and you probably heard the crowd, what little crowd there is, with a little ooh and ah as he makes a cut right around one of the defensive players for Douglas. A really nice cut back to the inside, and picks up the first down for the Challengers.
Gets me all choked up thinking about it.
I can tell.
1st and goal at the 4. Martin rolling left. Has some room. And he overthrew his intended target. He was looking for Mcfeeters in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, got a little bit of pressure that time from one of the outside linebackers for Douglas. Sam 1 for 3 so far throwing the ball.
He was 17 for 23 last week with 262 yards and 5 touchdown passes.
Yeah, he had, like I said, much better game last week than the week before.
Well, it helps when, it's not pouring down rain.
Oh, that is true.
Well, how do you like them tomatoes?
A 4-yard touchdown run by Mr. Fralick.
Fralick literally he got about walked into the end zone.
He did some nice blocking that time by the Challengers.
That Challenger line, that's always something from year to year as the Challengers graduate kids out and they go through some personnel changes. You always wonder, I always think one of the biggest challenges for coaching staff is developing the linemen. Because in a lot of ways, I think you got those gentle giants and kind of to try to coach up some gumption in them, if you will. And they did a terrific job there.
Well, and you know who's responsible for that, right?
Coach Sean.
Coach Sean, and he does a fantastic job with the line guys.
JT Knobloch, his point after attempt is blocked by the Trojans. 5:11 to go in the first. We'll take a timeout. Your John L. Scott Real Estate scoreboard. And I'll bring that up to date for you. It is the Challengers 6. The Trojans have yet to score. We'll be back after these messages on Table Rock Sports.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
U.S. Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Welcome back to U.S. Cellular Community Park in Medford. The Challengers kick it away. JT Knobloch does to the return man for Douglas. Good work by the coverage unit. And the Trojans starting a little deeper in their territory than they probably like.
Yeah, absolutely true. Out to the 20, but a nice tackle there on special teams and puts them back at the 20. And the Challenger defense back on the field after a quick drive there by Cascade Christian.
Hey, I want to remind you to check out Table Rock Sports on YouTube. Yeah, on-demand video for you. Become a subscriber. Help them out by doing that. And it's nice to be able, after a couple days after the event, want to go back and watch some video, and they have it for you right there. That is Table Rock Sports. Look them up on YouTube and become a subscriber today. Landon Lane making the catch there for the Trojans, but he doesn't really get much more than a couple of yards out of that at the most to bring up a second down and long. And now they're going to take him back to 2nd and 12.
Yeah, guess who in the backfield again? Christian Fralick on the tackle. Again, nice read on the bubble. Gets over there, makes a tackle behind the line of scrimmage from his safety spot.
Christian, the quarterback. He'll draw back, look to throw, looking right, and the pass is dropped. His receiving core, unfortunately, has not done him any favors this evening.
Well, and he seems to like Landon Lane. He's thrown 4 of his 5 passes in his direction, and I think 2 or 3 of the 5 he's dropped.
Well, that's always a situation with that Challenger defense. You wonder if he isn't hearing footsteps.
A few footsteps. I think you're absolutely right.
So now the Trojans will come out with twin receivers to either side of the offensive line. And Christian, the quarterback, gets some pressure, tries to elude it. Challenger defense closing in on him. In that pile is Christian Brem. pound for pound, one of the best linemen in the state, either side of the football.
Yeah. Christian manages to pick up about 3 yards on that scramble, though, but it'll still be 4th and 9 for Douglas. Looks like the punt team is coming out.
And that'll bring Christian Fralick back to right about midfield, where he'll await the kick from, looks like it'll be Christian with handling the punting chores.
Yeah, and if you're Christian, you better be smart and not kick it to Fralick.
Right.
We've seen what he can do with these punt returns.
And it's nearly blocked by the challengers. Christian probably lucky to get that one away, and it ends up taking a roll down to midfield.
A nice field position for the challengers to start their next drive.
So it gives them a nice short field to work with. And the challengers setting up offensively for their second series of the night.
Primarily ran the football in that first series, other than 2 completions.
Almacy in motion. And headed downfield, Tyler Almacy. Nice little pickup there on first down. We'll say about 6 yards there.
And again, nice read that time by Sam Martin. Saw the end come down toward him and hands the ball off to Almacy on the fly sweep. That's what you got to do when you're quarterback for the challengers. You read the defense and you make the right decisions. And we saw that a lot more of that last week than we did the first week. Sam continuing to improve out there.
Got a motion man for the challengers. That's Cody Reese. Looking left and making the catch is Will Pearson. Pearson will move the chains for the challengers as he works his way down to the 33-yard line. So nice pickup, about 12 yards on the play. So challengers kind of playing a little bit of ball control here in the first couple series of the ball game.
Yeah, doing a good job of mixing up the play calls and getting it around to different people. Second completion for Sam of the night.
On first down, it's Fralick with the football. He crosses the 30-yard line, gets it down to about the 27. So he'll pick up 7 yards on the play. And you always love that second and short if you're an offensive coordinator. You can do just about anything.
You can do anything you want here. I haven't seen him throw one downfield yet. Let's see if they got single coverage, it looks like, over here on Mcfeeters. Let's see what they decide to take advantage of that.
Reese in motion. And they'll go to the ground game once again, but the Trojans not having any of that. Penetration in the backfield by Jesse Brecht brings him down, and
I'd say no gain.
So now we'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. Challengers at the 27 of the Douglas Trojans. And it's funny how with these stands not as full as they ordinarily are, you can hear the coaches barking instructions in from the far sideline. Catch made once again by Will Pearson. That's his second grab of the night. And he gets inside the challengers inside the red zone down to the 19.
Yeah, Will with a nice grab there and a good run after the catch. Picks up about 8 yards on the play.
And he looks like he's kind of a little, like he needs to maybe come out for a play or two. Maybe took a little bit of a knock there on the last play.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Klein saucer into the ball game for Cascade Christian. Always seems like the challengers have a lot of depth at their wide receiver positions. Kurt Smet, the challenger trainer, talking things over with Pearson as they head to the sideline. Doesn't look too much worse for wear, so hopefully he'll make a quick return. Mcfeeters is the man split out wide to the right. Almacy goes in motion to the left side, but he comes back around. And there goes Sam Martin looking long. Pitch and catch. Touchdown. Cascade Christian.
I think I called that one, Jim.
Yes. Sooner or later, you knew it was going to happen.
You knew they were going to take a shot with Mcfeeters out there one-on-one. The big target, and he gets behind the defense. A nice throw by Sam, 19-yard touchdown for the challengers.
Challengers now up 12-0 in this ball game with 57 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play.
I imagine they're going to go for 2 here.
Yeah, stretch that back out. What they want. Last extra point attempt by the Challengers was blocked by the Trojans. So right now you have Martin. They're looking to the sideline. You have Martin there with Fralick, the running back. And it does indeed look like we've got... No, that's Kleinsasser still in there. Almacy, the motion man. Martin rolling right. Looking like he's just going to go ahead and take off and run. Scampers in. He picks up 2.
For the 2-point extra point.
Yeah, nice job that time by Sam rolling out, seeing that he could get there himself. No sense in throwing the football, and the Challengers get the 2-point conversion.
So with 57 seconds left to go in the first, it's Cascade Christian 14 and the Douglas Trojans nothing. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll return with more football action on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Challengers kick it away, and the Trojans in the return get it back up to about the 22-yard line. So nice work by the Challengers. Leading in this ball game by a score now of 14-0 after the successful 2-point conversion by Sam Martin, getting the job done with his feet after getting the job done with his arm, pitching and catching to Matt Mcfeeters for his first TD pass of the game.
Yeah, really nice throw to Matt. Made sure that he got it over the defender, and Matt was able to get to the football, and nice play there for the 19-yard touchdown in front of that 2-point conversion.
First down. And the Trojans trying to find a little seam there. Levi Brown with the carry.
He got about 4 yards on first down.
Not bad. And that just seems like, so far, Mark, that's where if a team's going to find success against Cascade Christian, it's going to be in the running game.
Yeah, the team so far this year that the Challengers have played have been able to run the football up inside. That's been the key, really. Not much around the perimeter because of the Challenger speed, but they have been able to run the football between the tackles a little bit.
Trips to the left, and that's where Christian's looking to throw the football. Pass coverage by the Challengers. Intended target was Ty Cross. And do you care to guess who was there with the coverage for Cascade?
I would say it's Fralick.
Yes, he was. He was just right there step for step with them, and that pass probably not quite where Christian wanted it to bring up a 3rd down and 6.
Well, and, Christian would have rather intercepted it, I'm sure, but the ball was, thrown a little bit over the top. Actually, a very nice throw, really, by Christian. He just got it a little bit too long for his receiver, and there was, as you mentioned, good coverage.
Twin receivers to either side. Christian at quarterback. Long snap count. Christian eludes some danger, gets a pick from the official, and he'll pick up first down yardage and more as he gets his way out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, picks up about 15 yards on the scramble. One of their biggest plays of the day, and another first down for Douglas.
Ethan Rathburn making the stop for Cascade Christian. And we're down to the end of the first quarter. After one, it is Cascade Christian 14, Douglas nothing. We'll be back after this timeout on Table Rock Sports.
My Circle K powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Your John L. Scott's break board, you can see right there Cascade Christian moving into the second quarter with a 14-0 advantage against the Douglas High Trojans. Both teams back out on the field. Trojans at their own 42-yard line. Will come out, split, wide to the right is Gavin Jones. Also on his side is Landon Lane, the slot receiver. Christian at quarterback. Got to get some blocking and tries to cut it to the outside. Running him down is Matt Mcfeeters. Yeah, nice work there defensively on the pursuit.
Yeah, Matt, the other safety on the other side from Fralick. So they run the ball away from Fralick, probably on purpose would be my guess. And Mcfeeters comes up and makes a nice stop.
Well, what a secondary. When you look at that, you've got Fralick and Mcfeeters, the safeties, and then at the corners you've got newcomer Cody Reese, and then you have Klein over the other corner.
Yeah, it's very athletic and quick kids playing out there on that Challenger defense.
Wind kicking back up here, and it has been kind of a little blustery here. Pass complete. Christian finding his man. He was looking for Levi Brown.
That's been one of their most successful pass plays, is sneaking Brown out of the backfield into the flat. I think they've ran that play 3 or 4 times so far with some decent success against the Challenger defense.
Third down and 6. Christian in the backfield. Single setback. Christian looking out to his right. Pass complete. Mcfeeters tried to strip that one away. Now Landon Lane hangs on as the Trojans move it into Cascade territory.
Yeah, nice catch that time, because pretty good defense by the Challengers. Matt Mcfeeters, like you said, trying to punch that ball out of his hands, but he did a good job of hanging on to it, picking up about 17 yards and a Douglas first down. Douglas with some nice drive here going here in the second quarter.
Shotgun formation. 4 receivers set. Lane in motion. He'll go ahead and run to his left with Brown offering some blocking. He'll cross the 35-yard line, get it down to about the 34. I guess one of the things I remember last year, Mark, is really, the affair between the Challengers and Trojans being something of a blowout. But tonight, though, the Challengers clearly are out in front on this one. This Trojan team shown me some good things offensively.
Well, they're starting to move the football a little bit on the ground, and a couple of nice pass plays to go with it. Good mix here on this drive, and they're moving the ball down the field and chewing up some of the clock too.
It'll be Christian. Great play there. Great deception as he goes ahead and takes off and runs with it. He'll pick up first down yardage and more for Douglas.
And the Trojans now up to 50 yards rushing so far unofficially here in the football game in the second quarter. So they have done some damage on the ground against that Challenger defense.
Get the ball down to the 26-yard line. Trojans trying to knock on the door. Split out wide to the right is Trey Peterson. Has Lane, the slot man, on his side. Over to the left side, you have Ty Cross, and I can't quite make out the receiver split wide, his jersey number. And they'll go ahead and hand to Brown. Brown does a nice job, but has it pop out loose. But the sideline does him a solid, and the Trojans maintain possession of the football.
Yeah, looked like he got about 5 yards on the carry. Might have got a few more. If the ball bounced, it looked like backwards when he fumbled it.
Ball spotted now at the 21-yard line of Cascade Christian. Trojans on a 2nd down and 5. So again, they're in that nice spot of not having to run or pass either one. And Christian going to go ahead and carry the football. He'll go ahead and muscle his way ahead inside the 20-yard line. It looks like he'll be about a yard short of the first down. But this, no doubt, 4-down territory for the Trojans.
Yeah, if you remember last year in the football game that we did play against Douglas, one of the things I do remember, it was a little bit of a blowout, as you mentioned, but they did move the ball on the ground similar to what they're doing right now in that football game at times as well, and ran a good chunks of the clock like they're doing here in the second quarter.
I'll hand to Brown. Brown's going to pick up the first down, keeps his feet, keeps chucking and churning, gets his way down to about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, nice cut there by Brown. Just as he cleared the line of scrimmage, sort of cut to the outside and was able to pick up some extra yardage and get that first down.
Ball spotted at the 10. 8:21 left to go in the half.
And we've always said, because of the way the Challengers run their offense quickly, the defense ends up on the field a lot. And right now, Douglas doing a good job of really putting the pressure on that defense of the Challengers.
Trojans come out with trips to the right. Christian looking to throw, pumps, and then he ends up with pressure, and he is wrestled down to the sideline. So the Challenger pass rush. Bryson Cannon there, the junior, does a good job of dropping the Trojan quarterback for a loss.
Lost about 4 on the play.
Ball now was at the 10, loss of about 4 on the play, and so that'll push him a few yards back. I think Bryson kind of one of those underrated guys on the Challenger defense.
Oh, he did a great job of keeping outside leverage and not letting Christian get outside of him.
Dropping back, looking to throw is Christian, and he had it. His receiver had it. It was Lane there, and just...
Looks like it might have got tipped by...
Well, yeah, it looked like it was, kind of caught him by surprise.
Yeah. Might have gotten tipped by one of the Challengers' defenders that time.
Daniel Naring will come out of the Challenger lineup, coming in for Cascade Christian. Actually, that was Liam Bonatti coming out, and Matthew Moses checking in for Cascade. 3rd down, 14. Pass a little bit high, intended for Brown. But Brown did get a hand on it. And it'll bring up 4th down. But a little doubt here. They're going to go ahead and take another crack at it.
We're going to call timeout first, it looks like, Jim.
Timeout called by the Trojans. We will take a timeout with 7:27 left to go here in the first quarter of play. On your John L. Scott scoreboard, it is Cascade Christian 14, the Douglas High Trojans none. We'll be back after these messages on Table Rock Sports.
In our store is that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. And the program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherm coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
And just as we come back to action, a near interception. That was intended for cross. We had a challenger defender around it, and the Trojans on this series come up dry, which has got to be a heartbreaker for them after moving the ball pretty effectively throughout much of the series.
Yeah, turnover on downs. But I tell you what, you're right. They did move the ball down the field. They got to take a little bit of feel a little bit better about that offense after at least moving the football down the field as they did and getting it close to the end zone. Unfortunately for them, not able to convert on that fourth down, and the Challengers get the football back.
Martin with Brody Sample, the running back. He got the carry. He goes out across the 15 to the 17.
Stopped by number 6, Jacob Fay.
So there you have.
And we thought we'd see a little bit of Brody playing back, and then they will normally put Christian Fralick out at a receiver spot when they have Brody in there.
Pick up a 4 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. Going in motion from the right side is Almacy. And they're going to go ahead and hand the ball, and
I think that's Brody again.
Right straight ahead.
And
the Challenger running up. I tell you what, he had a pretty good night against St. Mary's last week.
Yeah, he did. Another 5-yard carry right there. 3rd down and short here for the Challengers.
Fralick back in the ball game in the Challenger backfield as the Challengers now come out with trips to the right. A 3rd down and 2. Almacy in motion. Martin, looks like he's calling an audible there.
Yeah. Well, they're checking to the sideline. They tried to get Douglas to jump off sides, and now they're going to run a real play.
Hand it to Fralick. Pretty good option if you ask me. He's out across the 30-yard line. He'll pick up a Challenger first down.
For a Cascade first down.
10 yards on that little toss play there to Fralick. You get him out in open space like that, you know he's going to pick up the first down.
You know, Mark, this has been a fast-moving first half. We're better than halfway through the second quarter.
Well, both teams running the football. Douglas especially. Remember I mentioned we're running the football and the clock a lot, and you keep the football out of the hands of your opponent. They can't score points. It's a good deal. And Douglas did a good job of that on their last drive.
Martin dropping back, looking long. He's got Mcfeeters downfield. He makes the catch. Fingertip catch by Mcfeeters.
Yeah, nice throw by Sam Martin right on the money. And then Mcfeeters with a great catch over his shoulder. And big gainer now there for the Challengers.
Challengers, seniors representing here big time.
Yep, about a 37-yard gain there. The pitch and catch from Sam Martin to Mcfeeters.
So that'll be 1st down and 10. Challengers on the move here with 5:32 to go in the half. Martin rolling right, looking downfield, looking long. He has a man. It looked like there was kind of a little tug-of-war going on there. Pass falls incomplete.
Martin pass incomplete. Defending for the
solid defense there by Cross for the Trojans.
Pass intended for Tyler Almacy. 2nd down.
Almasi. How do you say that?
Almasi.
Almasi. There you go.
Now,
I always mess that up.
Now, here's the thing. Now that's what the kids at school tell me. Now, I had Tyler. He was in my class for a couple of days, and then for scheduling reasons, needed to go to another class. So I didn't get to learn it on my own, but that's what the kids tell me. But I've heard it done in kind of a bunch of different ways. Fralick with the football. He picks up first down yardage. He scampers to the outside, and he takes it to the house.
33 yards on the touchdown to Fralick. Nice cut and a good block, and we got a flag in the end zone, so we might want to hold it just a minute here. I think it's after the touchdown, however. I think it might be some sort of celebration penalty or something. I'm not sure. Is it unsportsmanlike against Cascade after the touchdown? So this might be a very long extra point. Well, no, I think they'll enforce it on the kickoff probably.
All right.
Foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. Cascade twisted.
I think a little bit of a celebration penalty there on the
Challengers. Yeah. But can you blame them?
They're just happy to be out here playing, I think, Jim, more
than
anything else.
Yeah. Depending upon the nature of it, you probably if it's a 1-point game, you don't want to do that. Under these circumstances and given the nature of it, it's probably something as a coach I'm not going to squawk a whole lot about. Martin, as the Challengers look to go for 2.
Martin pass complete.
And his pass is complete.
Point conversion. Tyler Almasi with the catch.
And Tyler Almasi with the catch.
The second quarter.
And it is the Challengers 22.
Douglas,
nothing. Your John L. Scott scoreboard here in the second quarter. We'll take a timeout and be back with more high school football action on Table Rock Sports.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthernOregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
41. Side cross.
And welcome back. As you can see from the John L. Scott scoreboard, it is the Challengers in the driver's seat with a 22-0 lead against the Douglas Trojans.
Penalty enforced on the kickoff. Challengers are
getting ready to kick it away. JT Knobloch for the Challengers. 5:15 to go in the half. End over end kick. It'll work its way down to about the 22-yard line, and little shades of the Music City Miracle there.
Except it was a forward pass. You can see the flags are flying everywhere.
Yep.
You cannot throw it forward on the kickoff, and that was definitely forward, so it's coming back.
Well, a lot of people would say that Music City Miracle played the same deal on that one.
Yeah, they will. That's true, but
yeah.
This one was a little more obvious than that one, I think.
I think you're right. 22-0, the Challengers up on top, but the Trojans with an opportunity again, having some success moving the football, but the Challengers with timely plays as they need them.
Just a 5-yard penalty against the Trojans there.
Douglas.
Probably worth trying, right?
Right. Well, why not?
Why not is right. So they still have decent field position even after the 5-yard penalty.
Gavin Jones will be the wide receiver to the right. The slot on his inside is Landon Lane there at the bottom of your screen. Then they have pair of receivers out to the left side. Single setback. Christian looking to throw left and just a little bit high.
Pass incomplete, intended for 41 Ty Cross.
And that was intended for Cross, the tight end, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
They have been working that flat area against that Challenger defense, and Cross was open over there. Just as you mentioned, the ball thrown just a little bit high, and he had trouble adjusting and making the catch.
5:03 to go in the half. Challengers up 22-0. Motion man is Cross, and now he'll go out and throw some blocks for Brown, but Brown met by a sea of black shirts, taken down at about the 21-yard line.
Stop in the backfield by Bryson Cannon.
Bryson Cannon, well, they're calling that name again tonight.
Yeah, Bryson in the backfield all night long.
Matt Moses checking out of the ball game.
24-yard line.
Coming in, Tyler Almacy.
Timeout, Douglas.
Timeout called on the field, and we will do the same. Challengers on your John L. Scott scoreboard. Leading in this one, 22-0. We'll be back in 1 minute.
In our store is that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherm coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Nice catch made there, but Mark, you mentioned it, that nullified there.
Out of bounds. He's not in bounds. And I think there's a hold back here as well, but we're trying to figure that out at the moment.
So on the 3rd down and 16 play,
I think they're going to decline it, which is what I would do, and make it 4th down.
And with the football back at their own 24-yard line, that would make sense.
Yeah, you wouldn't take this penalty if he catches that ball in bounds. You'd obviously take this penalty, but
right.
He did not catch the ball in bounds, so it's 4th down.
4th down for the Trojans.
So wholesale substitutions now,
punt team
which would
in.
Suggest the punt team coming in.
See if we can get Christian Fralick to run something back here. That's always fun for the Challengers.
Oh, yes. Indeed it is.
Christian back punting for the Trojans.
Seth Christian, low snap there, but he gets the kick away. And it'll take a Trojan bounce down across the 40-yard line down to the 37.
And again, very smart move on his part, not punting it to Christian Fralick.
Well, yeah, you just know that he wants to, but
he doesn't want to.
That's the smart thing, is to not do it.
Yep, absolutely.
How many times you see a guy just desperate to make a play and it doesn't work out?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Challengers take over. They've only ran 6 plays in this quarter because the Trojans have had the ball for most of the quarter here with 4:16 to go here in the first half. Challengers have had the ball for just 6 plays, and they scored a touchdown on those 6 plays.
Man in motion is Fralick. Martin looking left. Pitches to Fralick. He's out across the 50-yard line, and he picks a farm load of. I mentioned a couple of games where he's gone over 100 yards rushing. Failed to mention that he's also, in those same 2 games, been over 100 yards receiving.
Well, you know the challengers want to get him the football wherever they can and whenever they can. That time he went in motion one way and came back the other way, and little throw out in the flat, and he picks up 23 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41 of the Trojans. And they'll go ahead and hand to Sample. Sample slips a tackler, keeps his feet. He'll pick up first down yards as he crosses the 30 down to the 25-yard line. Nifty piece of running by Brody Sample.
Yeah, great run by Sample. As you mentioned, breaking tackles, stumbling around, but managing to keep his feet, and gets it all the way down to the 21 for a 20-yard run.
You just get the feeling that this kid is just going to become more and more of the Challenger attack as what little is left of the season goes on. Motion man is Fralick as he's back in his more customary slot receiver role. They'll go ahead and hand it to Sample. Sample, with a big piece of help from his offensive line, does pick up on first down.
Yeah, offensive line open up some nice holes now for Sample in between the tackles, and he gets 8 on that one. Challengers over 100 yards rushing now in the first half.
So ball down to the 15-yard line. 2:45 and counting to go in the half. Fralick in motion, heads back toward the left. Martin dropping back, looking to throw, looking for a man.
A good defensive play there.
Yes. No, it has not always been sunshine and roses for the Trojans the last few years or so, but I tell you, there are those moments, those plays where you can see that they've got the makings there of forming a good team.
Well, even between last year and this year, I'm seeing improvement in their team as well.
3rd down and 2 at the 15. Austin waits in motion, sets up as a tight end on the right. And they'll go ahead and swing it and then into the end zone. Touchdown for Cascade Christian.
Yep, Brody Sample with the 14-yard run.
Well, I tell you what, this guy, if he were a song on the top 40 charts, he's number 1 with a bullet right now.
There you go.
And so the Challengers extend their lead to 28-0. And it looks like the Challengers are going to go ahead and continue the route of going for 2.
Wonder if Knobloch is having some leg problems.
He may well be. He tore his ACL last year playing basketball and has been in recovery.
Austin waits there with the 2-point conversion, it looks like.
And when you get results like that, why not? Timeout on the field as they get ready to kick it off. We'll take one as well. Stick around for more football action on Table Rock Sports.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Back here at Cascade Christian, well, at U.S. Southern Community Park, but Cascade Christian out on top, 30-0. As JT Knobloch gets ready to kick it away for the Challengers. addresses the football, end over end kick, and this goes down to about the 10-yard line. Returned by the Trojans. They'll get it out past the 25, down to about the 27. Christopher Janish passing along to me. His score here, the South Bedford Panthers leading Eagle Point 13-0 in that ball game. Matter of fact, I want to remind you, TableRockSports.net, that's your place to go for all kinds of local high school sports action. You go to the homepage at TableRockSports.net and you see the full menu of what they have to offer, and you can actually check on multiple games at the same time. And right now, game going well for South Medford here. Challengers on top, and it's picked off by the Challengers, scampering to the end zone. That's Cody Reese.
Yep, Cody Reese steps in front and picks it off for a 35-yard touchdown interception return.
Cody Reese with a pick six. As the Challengers now go up 36-0. This has been kind of one of those games where they just really kind of snuck up on it a little bit, Mark.
Yeah, they keep continuing to put points on the board, and Douglas, Douglas hasn't given them any easy opportunities really until that one. That was a big error on Douglas's part. First turnover of the game. Actually, it's been a real clean game from the turnover department until right there.
Not many penalties either.
No, not really.
It's definitely played a part in a fast-moving first half. Challengers, once again, going to go for two. We'll hand the ball to Fralick. Fralick finds the corner, and he punches it in. On your John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Cascade Christian, 38. Douglas High, nothing. We'll be back after this timeout on Table Rock Sports.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Here in Medford at Gary Wheeler Field at U.S. Sailor Community Park. Cascade Christian on top of this one, 38-0 on senior night. Here with the return for the Trojans, Jacob Fay. And he takes it upfield, gets it up to, we're going to go ahead and give him the 21-yard line. So Cascade Christian celebrating senior night in style. They're 11 seniors, putting on a nice show for the few fans that are here. Kind of going through a wave of that. The volleyball team had their senior night on Wednesday.
Yeah, it just seems weird to have a senior night on your third game, but, that's the way that it goes. We mentioned it earlier. Kids are glad to be out here playing. It's definitely an abbreviated, different kind of season, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Then a week from tomorrow, it'll be boys soccer senior day as they host North Bend in a non-league game. Oh, man, I tell you what. South Christian's got to feel snake bit tonight.
Those receivers are not helping him as that ball is right on the money and right through the hands of his receiver. And that's his fifth incompletion in a row. So Douglas struggling throwing the football pretty much all night. Just 29 yards passing for the Trojans so far.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 as the Trojans are at their own 21-yard line. Just inside 2 minutes left to go in the half. So it's like, how about we go back to the running game?
That's where they've had most of their success tonight.
Levi Brown works it up to just outside the 25-yard line. That'll keep the clock running with 1:36 and counting to go in the half.
Yeah, they don't seem to be in a big hurry either to run a play here on third down. Maybe if they get a first down, they might be in a little more of a hurry here to try and do something before the half.
3rd and 6. They're going to bunch it up there in the backfield.
And a quarterback run coming this way is what we've seen out of this formation.
Seth Christian, the quarterback, out of the gun.
Oh, a nice inside reverse.
Yes. Shades of the old double wing days for the Challengers. And there with it is Cross with the carry. Cross in that kind of H-back type of role.
And they're going to give him a first down. 7 yards and a first down.
Matt Moses going to come out. Bryson Cannon going to check in for the Challengers. He's come up with a couple of nice big plays this evening for Cascade.
Still don't seem to be in a hurry to do the Trojans, and they're going to run out of time here. It's going to be the half if they don't do something quickly. They're Challengers. You want to loosen up that secondary a little bit, make them play in front of you.
Now we're looking at maybe a halfback pass here, and it is picked off. Matt Mcfeeters for Cascade Christian. He has it at the 40-yard line, works it inside to the 36. So interception.
And that Challenger secondary not fooled by that halfback pass. Doing a good job of having 2 or 3 people downfield covering receivers, and really no place to throw that football. He would have been better just to take the sack.
Yeah, I think they probably wish they could have that one back. First and 10, Cascade. 17 seconds left to go in the half. Will the Challengers be content to run out time, or are they going to go ahead and try to maybe get one more in here before halftime? Pass complete from Sam Martin. Matt Mcfeeters there with the catch. That'll take it down to the 19-yard line. Cascade Christian going to call a timeout. I think we'll go ahead and keep it right here as affairs wind down here and we make our way towards the Medford Parks halftime report here on TableRockSports.net. I want to remind you that there is plenty of action going on. Visit TableRockSports.net to see what's coming up. And it has been a full season. We're talking about a full array of sports, I think, for Cascade. One thing I've neglected to mention is that in cross country, a dual meet tomorrow for the Challengers and the St. Mary's Crusaders. Jake Serrani, having won 2 races in a row. He was at a tri-meet a couple of weeks ago, ended up running it in about a 15:30, and then last week went ahead and broke the tape again at the Henley Invite.
So with 11 seconds here, if you're the Challengers, you got timeouts left, so you can still throw the ball over the middle. You have most of your options open to you. I suspect they're going to try and throw something in the end zone here, though. Probably can get 2 plays off maybe in 11 seconds. We'll have to see.
Martin, quick drop, looking over the middle, and not able to connect. Looked like Tyler Almacy, the intended target.
And took a little bit of a pop there at the end of that one, too. But
yes,
got right back up.
Coming into the game for Cascade, Brody Sample, who has looked good in the running game this evening.
Timeout, Cascade Christian.
All right, we'll do the same. We'll be right back with more action here on TableRockSports.net.
To get from here to there. By using public transit, bicyclists can go farther, save money, and improve the environment. RVTD. Here to get you there.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
You need to get from here to there. Using public transit to get to and from work gives you peace of mind and can save you money. RVTD. Here to get you there.
Penalty flag on the play. It seemed like they got back from timeout really quick.
They did. They did not take the full timeout there. And 19-yard touchdown pass from Sam Martin to Will Pearson is what happened while we were away.
I hate missing that, but nonetheless, Challengers happy to take it. They grow up 44-0. Sam Martin, the quarterback. They're going to go for 2 here, as they've been doing here in the no time left here on the clock in the half. So this will conclude the half right there. And it doesn't get much simpler than that. Christian Fralick extends the Challenger lead to 46. And that'll take us to halftime. And your score at halftime, the Cascade Christian Challengers 46 and the Douglas High Trojans nothing. We'll be taking a timeout here and back with the halftime report here on TableRockSports.net.
At Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford, we've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler Jeep Dodge and, of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
Halftime report brought to you by Medford Parks and Recreation Department and PlayMedford.com. Programs, sports leagues, and activities for everyone in the family are starting up again. Visit PlayMedford.com to learn more. Let's take a look at the scoring from the first half. Challengers start out on top. It is Christian Fralick, 4-yard touchdown run. The point after attempt by Knobloch is blocked to make it 6-0. Then with time winding down in the first quarter, it seemed like Challengers doing a solid job of playing possession football. Not only were they doing that, but the Trojans also had a couple of sustained drives, but were unfortunately able to get points out of it. But with 57 seconds to go in the first, it was Martin on a 19-yard touchdown pass to Matt Mcfeeters, the 2-point conversion attempt good to make it 14-0. Then with 5:22 to go in the second, it was Martin passing a 33-yarder to Christian Fralick. Point after the 2-point conversion, good to make it 22-0. Then Brody Sample runs it in from 14 yards out to make it 30-0 after the successful 2-point conversion. 2:27 to go in the second. Then just 16 seconds later, it was Cody Reese with a pick six. He ran this one from 35 yards out, and the 2-pointer good to make it 38-0. And then just right at the very tail end of the half, it was Sam Martin on a 19-yard touchdown pass to Will Pearson, The second, the 2-point conversion attempt is good to give you your score of 46-0. Right now, we'll go ahead and pause for messages at the half. On your John L. Scott scoreboard, you can see it's Cascade Christian 46, Douglas nothing. We'll be back after this timeout on TableRockSports.net.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Your Medford Parks halftime report you can see on the John L. Scott scoreboard. 46-0 Cascade Christian with the advantage. Mark McLemore working on the halftime stats that'll tell quite a tale, I'm sure, of the first half, particularly if you're a Cascade Christian fan. What will you become? A teacher, a nurse, an engineer, an artist? George Fox University believes you have a special purpose, a calling. Check out George Fox to become equipped to follow God's call in whatever career path you choose. George Fox University is pleased to sponsor Cascade Christian Athletics this season. Go Challengers. And the Challengers definitely on the go here. First half, leading 46-0, looking to run their record to 3-0. This is their final home date of the regular season. They'll have a couple of road games coming up. They'll be playing Sutherland to conclude the regular season schedule coming up here in a couple of weeks. South Umpqua next week, road game. Again, both of those will be Friday night games at 7 o'clock. And invite you to visit our athletics website for the high school, challengerathletics.net, and you can check in there, and we'll keep you up to date on how you can catch the game and where the games are going to be played. Right now, let's go ahead and take a little time out for sponsorship recognition. Challengers lead this one, 46-0. Back in 1 minute.
At My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
At halftime, on your John L. Scott scoreboard, Cascade Christian up 46-0. Halftime report brought to you by Medford Parks and Recreation Department. You and adult sports leagues and tournaments are back on. To get in the game, visit sportsmedford.com, where you can learn more about leagues and sign up. And without any further ado, let's check in with Mark McLemore, who has the halftime stats.
Well, as you would expect from the score, pretty dominating performance so far from the Challengers, as they've really moved the football well, both through the air and on the ground. 9 first downs in the first half for Cascade Christian. Rushing yards, 14 carries for 122 yards for the Challengers. Sam Martin, 9 for 14 for 179 yards. So 301 yards running and passing in the first half for the Challengers. That's a lot of yardage for a half, and a nice job by the Cascade Christian Challengers moving the football against the Douglas defense. Return yards for Cascade Christian. They didn't have any kickoff returns in the first half as Douglas was not able to score, but they had 45 yards from the 2 interceptions. 35-yard touchdown interception return by Cody Reese and a 10-yard interception return from Matt Mcfeeters. So total offense for Cascade Christian in the first half, 346 yards. Penalties for the Challengers, 2 for 30 yards, and they didn't have any fumbles or interceptions or turnovers of any kind. So a really nice, clean 300-yard offensive half for the Challengers. For Douglas in the first half, they did have 7 first downs, and they had a couple of nice drives running the football. 18 carries for 65 yards for them in the first half. Passing, though, Christian not really able to do much with the football. We talked about it, though, several dropped passes by his receivers, but he was just 4 for 15 for 29 yards in that first half. So running and passing for Douglas in the first half, just 94 yards. They did have 90 yards in returns off of the Challenger kickoffs. So total offense for Douglas, 184 yards of total offense. Penalties for the Trojans in the first half, just 1 penalty for 5 yards. They did have 2 interceptions in that first half. As we mentioned, Christian 4 for 15 with the 2 interceptions. And they also had 2 turnovers on downs. One after a really nice drive where they took the ball about 60 or 70 yards down the field and just couldn't convert on 4th and about 8. And turned the ball over to the Challengers. So other than that drive, though, the Challenger defense has been very good in the first half, and a really nice offensive half, especially for Cascade Christian.
All right, thank you, Mark. And, definitely if you're a Challenger fan celebrating senior night, this is just exactly the kind of night that you would want. And what you're going to have to like more about it is each one of those Challenger seniors really making their presence felt this evening, whether it's plays on the offensive side of the ball or on the defensive side of the ball. The Challengers looking to run their record to 3-0 on the season. And, again, this will be the final home date of the regular season, and we invite you to kind of stick around and check in daily at challengerathletics.com, and we'll keep you up to date on developments as far as any type of, you hear all kinds of things being talked about out there. I know here locally, it sounds like they've already kind of firmed some things up. As far as what they're calling the culminating week this year. We're getting introduced to a whole new terminology, Mark, as we get into this year. I know at the soccer level, they're looking at some type of 8-team, rather than the usual 16, some type of 8-team playoff type of format. I think they got some details that they have to work through on that. But
well, and I believe in football they're talking about just a one-game sort of playoffs kind of things between a few different teams that might play each other. I mean, that's kind of what I've heard so far on that one. So the Challengers will probably play one additional game, we would suspect, after the season is concluded with the teams in their league. So, there's 2 more confirmed games as part of the league schedule, and then we would suspect 1 more game after that.
Right, indeed. Right now, we mentioned to you a successful week for the Challengers. If you tuned into Table Rock Sports earlier this week, you had the chance to catch the Challengers with a sweep of South Umpqua on senior night. By the way, on demand, one of the things I love about Table Rock is the on-demand viewing. That you can go to the YouTube channel and do a look up and on Table Rock Sports and select from the menu the event that you want to see. So there was not only that for senior night, but last night, victorious in a sweep of Douglas earlier today. And again, this one was video streamed by Jonathan McCrary on Table Rock. The Cascade Christian Challenger boys defeating Rogue Valley Adventist by a score of 5-1. And then earlier this week, an exciting, dramatic, some people will think a low score or no score in the case of soccer is boring, but I tell you, it was a thrilling game to watch as the Bruins of Brookings Harbor and the Challenger girls played to a nothing draw. Well, we're just a couple of moments away from the beginning of the second half, And I would imagine at this point, Mark, this will be what? They'll start to kick in the running clock?
I would assume so, yes. Once the kickoff goes, the 46-point, it should be the running clock for the remainder of the football game. I believe the Challengers get the ball, too, to start the second half.
Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, I was just going to go there next. The Challengers will begin the second half with the football receiving the kick and an opportunity to maybe go ahead and kind of put some icing on the cake here. Stick around. We'll take a timeout, and when we return, we'll get you ready for the beginning of the second half. On your John L. Scott scoreboard, it is the Cascade Christian Challengers 46 and the Douglas High Trojans 0. We'll be back after this timeout on TableRockSports.net.
At Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford, we've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler Jeep Dodge and, of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
We're at U.S. Cellular Community Park over on Field 10. That is now officially named after former Medford Mayor Gary Wheeler. We're moments away from the beginning of the second half as the Cascade Christian Challengers will receive the opening kickoff of the second half. And looking like a possibility, starting to see some of those young players work their way into the lineup. And
getting warmed
that's always
up
exciting to see.
Sideline.
Because we're talking about 11 seniors on this football team. We'll be moving on after this year. So who is going to carry the standard for the future? Well, we'll find out here momentarily. And again, if what we've seen so far in the ball game, Brody Sample looks like a guy who'll be a bulwark in the running game.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've had some opportunities to take a look at Keith Reed at quarterback and some prior contests. Tyler Almasey's just a sophomore, so he's got plenty of road ahead of him. Cody Reese, who is, well, I guess you would say really it's more like he rediscovered football. Am I correct? He played football in middle school.
In middle school, yeah.
And then spent a couple of years out of it. I don't think he did a fall sport in his freshman year. Last year he played soccer for the Challengers, and having never played the game, he ended up being an all-league player.
Yeah, that's the kind of athlete he is. So it's good to see him out here on the football field as well. And, there's other guys out there, that are going to be back next year as well. I think, you got Daniel on the line, and you've got Austin at tight end. So there's several guys out there starting for the Challengers that are underclassmen that will be back next year as well.
We'll go ahead and take one final break here. Take an opportunity to recognize our sponsors. John L. Scott Scoreboard, Cascade Christian 46, Douglas Trojan 0. We'll be back after this timeout on Table Rock Sports.
In our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherb coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Mark, I've done so many volleyball games. I think I've done more volleyball games in 2 weeks then
in your career.
Yeah.
Well, there have been a lot of volleyball games because they're trying to get as many, just like other sports. They want to get as many in as they can in the time that they have.
Well, I think you caught that. The fact that I've been borrowing a lot of phraseology from other sports to describe what's going on the court. The beauty of what we're doing here with video streaming live via Table Rock Sports. So grateful for the partnership forged between Nate Maben at Cascade Christian and Joe Brett at Table Rock to make this possible so they can see the action. So even if the announcer completely bungles it, at least you can see what's going on. And there's a lot to see. I tell you, those girls, those Challenger seniors give that Challenger volleyball squad a very powerful attack.
Looks like they may try some sort of an onside kick here. Let's see if they do.
Indeed they will. And we'll see. Let them sort this out.
Looks like one of the challengers got on the football there. 50.
Is that Eli Snyder?
Eli Snyder, yep. Nice recovery by Eli
There's
Snyder.
a way for a senior to get some love. It's like they kick it his way, and it's like, yeah, I can catch. He'll go to the coach now. See, I told you I could catch.
Yep. And it's a nice job by him. You mentioned the seniors tonight getting the recognition, and Eli with a little recognition there on that kickoff recovery.
And the Challenger's going to go ahead and go to the night shift here. We have Reed in at quarterback. There's no JV game today, so they can go out here and just tee it up and have some fun here in the second half.
Yeah, a little alignment adjustment by the Challenger coaching staff as they had too many guys on the line of scrimmage, but one of the coaches caught that.
And they go to Brody Sample. I'm going to just call it right here. I think his JV career is coming to an end here pretty quickly.
Yeah, after that, he really runs hard, and I like how hard he runs. And I'm sure the coaches are seeing the same thing we're seeing from up here. I'm sure they'd rather have Fralick in different positions out wide and then the slot in those places. And if Brody can be the running back, then they can certainly do that with Christian.
Bryson Jackson in the Challenger lineup. He's split out wide to the left, wearing number 20. I'll hand off. I believe that is James Everett, the transfer from Phoenix. His dad, Jesse, the wrestling coach, and also English teacher at Cascade Christian. So, yeah, a whole bevy of new faces in here. I see Peyton Mauer in the ball game. Mauer? Yeah, he's one of those Mauers.
Mm-hmm.
His twin brother, Austin. A big looming presence in the basketball program.
6'10".
Ay. Everett. And he's got a nice touch from what I've seen.
Yeah, the kid can play. He is going to be something special, I think.
Had a chance to see assistant coach Marty Mauer working with Austin in the gym. Meanwhile, Peyton's out here doing his thing. And not quite as tall as his brother, shall we say.
Not quite.
But that's okay, you know.
He's going to be a good basketball player himself.
As I see, it seems like he's got a good handle.
Yeah, he does.
Reed, little pitch play there. Everett, going to go ahead and get behind his blocker there, but no, say the Trojans.
Everett with the carry.
And that'll bring up a 4th down and 1. Challengers looking to the sideline. You can see Al Macy remaining in there. Out wide to the right is the senior Ethan Kleinsasser. Reed hands to Everett, and now the question's going to be, the forward momentum took him. It doesn't look.
I don't think he got it.
So Douglas will take over on downs quickly. We've already spent nearly 4 minutes here in the third quarter.
On their own 44.
It was interesting. I was looking at the folks at OSAA have done a great job of really trying to compile state records and things like that in one convenient location. And you would think for all the success that the Challengers have, they'd be higher up on the leaderboard. I got to thinking, though, they played so many of these games with the running clock that I don't think they've got nearly as many repetitions as maybe some other programs might.
Yeah, I think that's true. And although Joel has a couple of records at the state basketball tournament, I know.
Yeah, that's right. Second down and 10. What would he had it for, what, threes?
Threes in the tournament.
Wow. It's going to be different having some basketball in May this year.
Oh, absolutely.
It makes you want you to take it outside. Well, maybe not, but Brown with a carry for the Trojans. And that'll bring up a third down and long, as that really doesn't go much anywhere.
No, I think he actually lost a yard on that one.
Yes, they're going to spot it now to make it a 3rd and 11.
Some different guys in here on the defensive side of the ball as well.
See Elijah Neff in there. And they're bringing some pressure Christian's way. Pass complete. Nice pitch and catch.
That's Brown out of the backfield again. We've seen that play over and over, and the Challengers haven't seemed to figure out how to cover him when he comes out of the backfield so far.
It almost seems to beg the question why maybe they haven't done it more.
Yeah, he's dropped a couple of them too. So
well,
that's been part of their problem all day long, is catching the football.
4th and 4 now. Well, I'll just go for it here.
Well, they're at the 50. The clock's running. Might as well.
Christian,
nice
pass complete, and they pick up a first down. Nice execution there by the nice throw, nice catch. And best of all, it keeps the drive alive. Absolutely. If you're a Trojans fan, it brings it down to the 35. .533 and counting to go. Trojans on the move. A little option play, a little pitch. And that's not going much of anywhere.
Good job by the Challenger defense. We talked about that speed on the defense, and most teams are not going to be able to run outside against the Challengers. You might be able to run up the middle. You know, you might be able to open a few holes in the middle, but trying to run around the edge against that Challenger defense, a lot of speed out there.
Oh, there sure is. One thing I like, at his size, Bryson Cannon, a pretty rangy kid.
Yep. Well, that's it too. You know, a lot of those defensive linemen, they're just not that big of kids. They move well, and the defense is well coached. They're not going to let you outside of them.
Christian dropping back, looking to throw, and he'll uncork it, and the pass complete to Lane. Lane picks up first down yardage. He's looking for the corner of the end zone. And does he make it? He does.
He does. 35 yards on the touchdown pass. And that was sort of a broken play that he finds Lane just open he kind of stepped up in the pocket and found Lane across the middle and Lane was a couple of nice moves down near the 5-yard line to get himself in the end zone.
Well, Seth Christian doing a nice job of keeping the play alive.
Absolutely.
It looked like they had him there on a couple of spots there, but he was able to slip it, found his man, and Lane took care of the rest. Looks like they'll be going for 2. 46-6 ball game. And it'll be the quarterback. And running it in, Seth Christian. 2-point conversion good. And it is 46-8 on the John L. Scott scoreboard back in 1 minute.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Cascade Christian up 46-8. Your John L. Scott scoreboard. Mark looking for a potential onside kick here. And right call. And the ball's loose on the ground, but I don't think that went the 10 yards it needed to go.
It didn't, and there's a flag, I believe.
Onside kick. Attempt by Douglas unsuccessful. Cascade Christian first and 10.
Cascade.
Illegal touching. It should be on Douglas.
46-8, your score. Douglas getting off the schneid here in the second half. And see Keith Reed in the ball game at quarterback. He'll be joined by James Everett in the backfield. Wide to the left for the Challengers is number 9, Christopher Fralick. And just when you thought you ran out of Fralick's, there's more. Reed looking to throw, and he's looking for Fralick downfield. The catch is made. And he gets it down inside the 10-yard line.
Pass complete to Christopher Fralick. Good for a first down.
A little conversation going on among the officials.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what's going on down there. I'm not sure what it is. A couple of flags came flying out.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct of Cascade Christian.
For what? I have some of my own thoughts about kids and being able to celebrate a good play in sports, and sometimes I wonder if...
Well, I think that's his first catch as a varsity player, right?
Right. And, just let him play.
No.
Okay, I've said my piece.
Yep. Challengers do pick up a first down, but it's a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Cascade Christian after the completion. So a nice throw by Keith Reed, though.
Yeah.
Kind of overshadowed by the penalty, but man, that. And then we have another penalty. And another 15-yard penalty. Probably something one of the coaches said would be my guess on the second one.
That would probably be the case. Okay. So this will be walked off and has undone a good amount of the good that Fralick and Reed got out of that play.
Well, the problem is if you look at this, it's now 1st and 38.
You think they have a play in the playbook for that one?
Not quite 38, maybe, but anyway, it's a first in a long ways. And the quarter comes to an end and all that.
All right, after 3, the Challengers lead in this one, 46-8. We'll be back after this timeout on Table Rock Sports.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Your John L. Scott scoreboard. Cascade Christian up 46-8 over the Douglas Trojans. Here on your Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. So Cascade Christian in a no need to adjust your
your viewing.
Yes, that it is a first down and 28. First down. Everett with the carry. And he surges forward, gets it down to the 30-yard line. And it'll bring up a second down. And even with a nice pickup there, there's still a second down and quite a lot to go.
Yeah, he got about 7 yards on the carry, and I think he's second and 18, looks like, or something like that.
Challengers, single setback. Looks like we might have Brendan Van Mort in the game.
Cody Reese in a wide receiver spot.
So I'll go ahead and hand the ball, and nice little piece of running downfield. Actually, that's Ethan Rathburn.
Ethan Rathburn with the carry.
He had a 7-yard touchdown run last week.
And he's real close to the first down. See if they're going to give it. No, it looks like he's a yard short. So on second and 18, he picks up 17.
So that'll bring up third down and 1. So Challengers have, kind of done a nice job of getting back in chunks. Reed, little pitch play. Rathburn just explodes forward. And it gets it down to the 5-yard line.
And he comes up hobbling a little bit. Picks up the first down.
And Rathburn coming off the field is going to need a little bit of help there. So now, first and goal down at the 5-yard line. Reed at quarterback. And whistle blows. Call will go against Cascade Christian.
5-yard false start penalty.
Oh.
It's been a little bit like that here in the second half for the Challengers. But the good news is the clock's running, and they're up 46-8.
Yes.
So those kind of things are going to happen when you have different people in the game.
Yes, it will. Looks like we've got Elijah Neff in there in the ballgame, either him or Everett. And Challengers.
Not sure who that was. That Brody Sample?
Out.
I think it might have been Brody.
I think so.
Brody picks up a yard or so.
Ball now spotted down at the 4-yard line. Second down. Reed out of the shotgun. Trips to his right. They'll go ahead and give it to Everett. And he's in.
4-yard touchdown run for Everett.
So for the newcomer, he gets a chance to get into the act. Making it a 52-8. Well, wait a minute. Did he get in? I thought he signaled that he'd gotten in.
I think, yeah. I thought this is a 2-point. Yeah, this is the 2-point play, I think.
Keith Reed runs it in. Okay, they finally got it up there on the scoreboard. It's like, okay, maybe I missed something there, but I didn't. And now the 2-point conversion is good. John L. Scott scoreboard, 54-8. Challengers will be back after these messages on Table Rock Sports.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
54-8 Challengers score to pass along to you, courtesy of Christopher Janish. The St. Mary's Crusaders rebounding off of their loss last week at the hands of the Challengers, defeating Brookings Harbor, the Challengers' Week 1 opponent, 26-8.
Well,
28-6.
Nice job by the Crusaders. Put together a nice game and get themselves a win.
Here, Challengers kick it away, end over end kick. This one inside the 10. And the Trojans doing anything they can to get yardage here. Ty Cross with it. As the Trojans take over here with 7:38 left to go in the ball game. So up front for the Challengers, you have John Daly along with Jackson Turi. Also in, Liam Bonatti. Austin Waits in at linebacker. Also have Keith Reed in there defensively. Christian looking downfield. Pass a little high. A little dangerous there. Challenger defenders around. Looking in the direction of Cross.
Yeah, looking for his tight end cross across the middle. Couldn't help it.
Oh, no. It has kind of reached that point, hasn't it?
A little bit. 6:37 to go. Challengers lead 54-8. Clock running. And the Challengers have, I think, looked better each week. They looked a little better this week than they looked last week. So that's what you want to see from a football team, each week improving. The defense certainly has been better this week than it was last week or the week before, I think.
Into the lineup, Bryson Cannon coming out, Liam Bonatti. But yeah, you're right. And isn't that right? You want to be playing your best at the end of the season. You want to be able to say, "Hey, I've gotten better as things that I've learned."
Yep, I've learned. I've gotten better, and it helps the young guys too. The young guys are learning too. The guys that are going to come back next year, like you said, the ones that aren't the seniors, they're getting some playing time right now out here, and they're learning.
Christian with the throw, and the catch was there for a moment.
I think they did say he caught it and then fumbled it, it looked like.
Trey Peterson.
Didn't really gain anything on the play, but...
Trojans making some substitutions here on the 4th down.
I think they're going to go ahead and punt it. Tyler Almosi back to receive.
So he'll get his opportunity standing back at his own 50. Well, I guess technically you would say at the 50.
Yes.
There's only one.
Unless you're playing Canadian.
Well, there you have a point. There's something I haven't watched in a really long time. Kind of a wobbly kick. Maybe not real pretty, but effective.
Effective. Down. Challengers get the football back. 4:36 to go.
So now
continuing to run, and Challengers just at this point getting some, as you mentioned, some of those second group guys getting an opportunity to play.
Brendan Van Wart in. I also see one of my broadcasting students, Mason Hoffman, in the ball game.
And a Kellen Klecker sighting out here at wide receiver.
Yes. Well, Kellen would be Mason's cousin. And I think that almost, I was talking with Rob Klecker last night, that Mason Hoffman may look more like a Klecker than the Kleckers do.
And they are, look like they're going to take a knee.
All right.
And wait until we've got the back judge putting his hand up is what you're going to see at this point, and then the challengers will take a knee. And not going to be able to probably run out the entire clock here, but they'll run out a bit of it, and then I would suspect that they'll just let Douglas have the football back.
So you mentioned, yeah, so at least, you know, hey, these kids look good in their uniform, so at least give them a little shout-out while they're out there in view of the camera. Kellen Klecker is that wide receiver out wide right. Peyton Mauer is in at the slot on the right side. In the backfield is Brendan Van Wart. Also in the ball game, Jack LaValle. Got a Jack LaValle sighting.
Yeah, the kid, he is growing like a weed, that kid. He's in a tight end, I would imagine.
Yes.
Looks like.
Matthew Moses in the ball game. And then I also see Tyler Almasi out there. Mason Hoffman out wide to the right. And now, let's see over here, JT Knobloch into the ball game.
Yeah, he's going to punt the football on 4th down.
All right, I'll say, hey, let's go ahead and let him get a punt in. Maybe. Well,
Yeah.
I've always said, you know what you call a challenger punter.
Very lonely.
And unemployed.
At least that's the way it's been so far this season.
Yeah, I think Martin's maybe kicked it 2 or 3 times, and this will be JT's first
attempt.
If he kicks it, you know, he's been getting some snaps at the JV level at quarterback. Flag comes out late. JT gets away a nice kick that bounces to the turf and returned by the Trojans out to the 31-yard line.
But we have a penalty flag down here. I'm not sure what that's all about. So they're going to check that out. I think it was probably an illegal formation against the Challengers when they were in punt, and it's going to be declined.
That drives the special teams coach crazy.
Yes, absolutely. But it's one of those things that, you know, you got all kinds of different people in the football game, and
yeah, well, they haven't done it much, to be fair.
Exactly. So Douglas gets the ball back, technically on the punt, and it looks like they'll have about a minute here to do something with it, if they so choose.
And it is Christian with the football. He's going to go ahead and take off and run with it. And probably if we were going to be selecting a player of the game for the Trojans, it would have to be Christian, because he's probably been their most effective player.
And unfortunately, is that him down on the turf?
I believe it might be. So you got players taking a knee. And on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's 54-8 Challengers.
I think the clock's going to run out here. We're
just going to...
Well, no, they actually did stop it.
They did stop it.
I was thinking they just let it run, but apparently they're going to stop it for a second anyway.
This might be a good opportunity to go to break.
Yep, I would think so.
And recognize our sponsors of TableRockSports.net.
At Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford, we've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler Jeep Dodge and, of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Back at U.S. Cellular Community Park in Medford. Time winding down on this ball game. So now they'll have a new man in at quarterback.
Ball looked like it got fumbled.
Yeah, popped loose. With 30 seconds and counting left to go.
Got it back.
So, Kahiki Nielsen had just gotten into the ball game, sophomore quarterback, and hands it off, and that is that. And time begins to wind down now, as does this ball game. The Cascade Christian Challengers celebrating their senior night in style, a 54-8 victory over the Douglas Trojans. We will go ahead and take a timeout. When we return, we'll be back with the My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, postgame show. That's coming up on TableRockSports.net.
In our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherm coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Back here at U.S. Cellular Community Park, here at Gary Wheeler Field. Welcome to the My Circle K, powered by GP Energy post-game show right here on Table Rock Sports. Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore, our cameraman tonight, Christopher Janish, and the teams out on the field gathering in their respective corners as they kind of recap the game themselves and then put the bow on this one. The scoring for the Challengers tonight, 5:11 to go in the first. Christian Fralick, a 4-yard touchdown run. Point after attempt blocked to make it 6-0. Then 57 seconds left to go in the first. Martin fires a touchdown pass to Matt Mcfeeters, a 19-yarder. 2-point conversion attempt, good to make it 14-0. In the second quarter, Sam Martin on another touchdown pass. Looked like he had tonight 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was kind of a slow night for him. Just 3 touchdown passes. Martin passing to Fralick, a 33-yarder, 2-point conversion good to make it 22-0. Then it was Brody Sample on a 14-yard touchdown run. And the score after the 2-point conversion was 30-0. With 2:11 to go in the half, Cody Reese with a pick 6. Ran back 35 yards to score. And the 2-point conversion good to make it 38-0. Then right at the half, it was Sam Martin connecting with Will Pearson. The 2-point conversion good to make it 46-0. In the third quarter, it was A 35-yard touchdown pass from Christian to Lane. That put the Trojans on the board. Their 2-point conversion good to make it 46-8. And then with 8:30 to go in the ball game, James Everett, 4-yard touchdown run, 2-point conversion good to give you your final score of 54-8. Mark's putting the wraps on some calculations there. We'll take a quick break and be back with more of the My Circle K, powered by GP Energy post-game show here on TableRockSports.net.
To get from here to there. By using public transit, bicyclists can go farther, save money, and improve the environment. RVTD. Here to get you there.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind, or discovering a place that feeds your hunger, where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore? So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
You need to get from here to there. Using public transit to get to and from work gives you peace of mind and can save you money. RVTD. Here to get you there.
Back here at U.S. Cellular Community Park, pass along a score to you. Just checking around at TableRockSports.net on their homepage and checking out some of the other games. South Medford defeating Eagle Point 34-7. And waiting an update here on last we heard it was St. Mary's defeating Brookings Harbor rather handily in the ball game. I believe it was 28-6 at the last time we checked in. But, Mark, you've got the post-game stats. We'll give it to you there, and we'll wrap things up here tonight.
Yeah, sort of a quick second half as the running clock came into effect. The Challengers, though, still dominating the football game. But let's look at Douglas's statistics first. They did score that touchdown offensively in the second half. They ended the game with 9 first downs, 22 carries for 80 yards. Actually not terrible on the ground, 3.6 yards a carry for Douglas. Christian was 8 for 22 for 86 yards through the air. So 166 yards of offense, passing and throwing for the Trojans. They added on 105 yards in kickoff returns for a total offense of 271 yards. Christian did have 2 interceptions. Challengers picked him off twice. They also had a fumble late in the game and a couple of turnovers on down. So a pretty rough night offensively for Douglas. They did just have 1 penalty for 5 yards, though, and one of the bright spots for them. Not too many penalties. And, you know, I felt like they had some flashes of – there was times when their offensive looked like they could move the ball, especially on the ground against that Challenger defense, but they had trouble cashing it in and scoring the points at the end of their drives that they did have. Cascade Christian in the for the game, 14 first downs. They ran the ball 24 times for 188 yards rushing. That's 7.8 yards per carry. So Challengers very efficient running the ball. Martin 10 for 15 for 218 yards passing. So 406 yards of passing and throwing for the Challengers. And actually there was a Keith Reed 37-yard catch in there, too, in that statistic.
Fralick, yeah.
Christopher Fralick, yeah. Return yards for the Challengers, 45. Total offense for Cascade Christian, 451 yards. The Challengers had 5 penalties for 65 yards, and I think that's something Coach Getman's going to address pretty immediately, those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. But other than that, I think the Challenger offense was very efficient. Like I said, 188 yards rushing, 218 yards passing, so very balanced as well. And they've looked better as a team. I think they played. I think they've played some good competition too, or a better competition too, as they've kind of gone through the season, and they've gotten better. And it's good to see them. The last 2 games I think will be the toughest games of the season for them. South Umpqua and Sutherland, both good football teams, and the Challengers have been well prepared going through these first 3 games for those 2 teams.
All right, and this is kind of where, and then we're grateful for our home contest, Table Rock Sports, kind of covering things for us, and then we will go back to the audio stream next week as we go on the road, and the Challengers take on South Umpqua. That game will kick off at 7. We'll get the pregame started at 6:50, and I would say this was be a first, but it's actually not a first. Tomorrow we're going to have a father-son broadcast on the Nail, first ever girls soccer game being broadcast
there you go.
on the Nail with a couple of McCoys in the booth, and
that'll be fun.
And so we'll cover that action for you. But right here, want to again a tip of the hat to My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. They are the sponsors of tonight's post-game show. That will wrap things up. We thank you for watching today's broadcast. We'd like to thank Athletic Director Nate Maben, and also want to thank the Challengers for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net and today's broadcast. Also, special thanks to head coaches John Getman. And then our next Table Rock Sports production will be coming right up again. Go to the homepage, TableRockSports.net, and you can see what is coming up. And there will be a full weekend of sports, no doubt. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. Executive producer is Joe Brett, with Mark McLemore and Christopher Janish. I'm Jim McCoy saying thanks for watching, and good night from U.S. Cellular Community Park in Medford, Oregon.